Hi, I'm here at Big Lick Comic Con in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I am taking a few minutes to talk to Angela Lombardo. She's an author, an indie like myself. Hi, Angela.
Hi,
It's good to meet you.
good to meet you.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you write and kind of what you're doing here at the Comic Con today?
So I write YA fantasy, and I've been doing that for about 10 years. My most recent book was published last November, and it's A Shadow's Curse. And I'm working on a new book. It's a duology, and the first book should be out in January, and then the second one the following year.
So, how did you get started as a writer?
I told my son a story about a dragon, and then I realized the story had no mother, and I wanted to know why. So I stayed up late one night trying to figure out why I didn't put myself in this story that was for my son, and started writing that down. He got excited, and 2 years later we had our first draft.
That's awesome. How long ago was that?
10 years.
Wow. So I've been on this journey for about 17 years, so I can identify like it's a long path. And you're an independent, like I said.
Yes.
What made you decide to go that route instead of traditional?
Because the story was for me, and the story was for him. And he was an avid reader. He liked fantasy. I wrote what we loved, dragons and castles and everything. And it was just really just between us. And then it just became other people were interested in reading it, and it was the fastest way to put it out, the easiest way. I maintain control, and that's, for now, the route I'm going.
That's awesome. So, pitch me your favorite book of yours. Just
Right?
they're all our babies.
They are. The most recent one, A Shadow's Curse, it basically follows a young man who he thinks his biggest problem is money.
Mm-hmm.
He's a farmer. His dad and brother passed away a few years earlier, and he's living with his mom. And there are these creatures that live in the woods. They're called wraith. And his best friend gets poisoned by a deadly flower, and he has 3 days left to live. He's been poisoned by this, so it's off on a quest to find a dragon relic to hopefully heal and save his friends.
We love a story with a clock. That's very nice. That's very nice. So where can people find you?
I am on TikTok. I'm on, Instagram. All of my books are available through Ingram and through Amazon. I am on Goodreads. I do have my own website.
What's the URL on that website?
It's adlombardo.com.
Okay. Lombardo.
Yes.
Very good. So what made you come out to the Comic Con today?
Actually, I have a friend who does comic books, and he said, "Come share a table with me." So
Fantastic. What's your friend's name? Let's
Gene
pimp him.
Shanks,
Let's pimp him out.
Gene Shanks. He does comics, so he's got his own universe and series. I think he's published maybe 14 or 15 books so far.
You'll have to send Gene over to my table, and I'll do a quick interview with him too.
Okay, yeah, do that.
I like to, in my journey, I've really enjoyed doing stuff like this, talking with other authors, other creative people, helping them level up and
Right.
promoting their stuff, because I find like, we're not in competition.
No,
You know?
there's enough room for everybody, and some days, a lot of people are mood readers, so some days they want something more like a fantasy, where other days they're going to want something more sci-fi or nonfiction.
So you tend to stick to fantasy, or are you in multiple genres?
Currently, everything is YA fantasy. Everything I write is what I call clean,
Mm-hmm.
and so that means that there is no vulgarity, excessive
Sure.
violence. There's battles and there's
Yeah.
wars and
Yeah.
there's weapons, but I don't get too detailed in it.
Like PG or G or?
I'd say PG.
Okay.
And then I don't really do spice. There
Mhm.
is romantic interest.
Mhm.
There are crushes, but I really just don't think there needs to be
No.
the spice
Sure.
in my stories.
Absolutely.
It's action.
There's a huge audience for that.
Right.
It's good to have clear boundaries so that your audience knows
Right.
what to expect.
Right.
So, is this your first live event like this, or have you done other?
This is actually my second year going to different shows. This is my first time here in Greensboro. I've gone all the way down to Charlotte for Heroes Con and some book shows at libraries. So I've been to a few, but just learning about all the different shows that are out there right now.
That's kind of been my motivation this year, is to get out and do more. I've done
Right.
events in the past. I'm here with my buddy Jason with Perspective Press. We've been going to shows off and on together for years, but mostly it's been me helping him. And I've been in a couple of his anthologies, but this year has been my year to really push myself out into
Right.
the world.
Same.
It's a scary place.
It is, and I think the more you do it, the better it gets,
Oh,
and
for
the
sure.
easier it gets. Same thing like with my books. The more I write, the better it is. My first book and my seventh book are vastly improved.
Are you local to the Triad?
I actually live here in Greensboro.
Okay. Big recommendation. The Book Ferret in Winston-Salem.
Okay.
They are a relatively new, I think they've been open a year-ish, independent bookstore. Primarily they sell new books, but they also sell used books.
Okay.
They are very indie friendly, particularly if you're in not particularly, only if you're in Ingram's Park.
Right.
Which some bookstores will do commission even if you're not, but
Right.
as long as they can order your book through Ingram's Park. If you're local and you have your book set to no returns, but as long as you're local,
Right.
he'll work with you.
Okay.
The owner's name is Charlie,
Okay.
and Charlie's a great guy. Also, if you haven't pitched to Bookmarks,
They are the ones who told me to get on Ingram.
yeah,
Because I had
Good
not,
advice.
I had not done that, so they said in order to work with us, you've got to get on Ingram. So that was something that I accomplished at the beginning of this year, and haven't worked back out. They just had their big event here a few weeks ago.
somehow I missed. I don't know how that happened.
I couldn't get off work to go to it, so I am excited to try to go next year.
Also, if you are interested and haven't looked into it, Winston-Salem Writers, you don't have to be a Winston-Salem resident. They're a big writers group, huge writers group, and they have critique groups, they have regular meetups. And again, you don't have to be a Winston-Salem resident. I think the dues are like $40 a year.
Okay.
I was in a critique group for a while. We recently broke up because people just, stuff happens.
Right. Yeah, get busy.
So, but yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing,
I definitely would be. I was part of a writers group out of California, so everything was virtual. But same thing, everybody's getting to the busy part of their projects, so we just haven't had the time to get back together in probably about a month and a half.
so yeah, they do virtual readings, they do in-person readings. They have a tent at Bookmarks every year, and if you're a member, you can get a slot to do a book signing in their tent. A lot of benefits. So check that out. Well, Angela, thank you so much.
Thank you so
it was
much.
a pleasure to meet you. And everybody check out Angela's website and all of her socials. I know I'll be checking her out before I leave the con today. And
Happy reading.
happy reading. Absolutely.